that fence. Hey, you're ugly. First time Xootr rider. Let's get his impressions of this cool little transportation device. What do you think, dude?
Very impressed. Lots of people here. I was able to maneuver in and out first time without hitting anyone. I was able to make nice sharp turns without falling.
Yeah.
Super light and just impressed.
The brakes work too.
Yes.
And it breaks down to a 10.5-pound package. There we go.
Not too touchy either.
Yeah.
Modulate really nice.
There you go. Nutnfancy here, part 2 of my Xootr review. Let's get on it. Let's go back to Jacksonville, Florida, where I did most of part 2. We're here in Philadelphia, July 4th, 2009, Sheryl Crow concert with a buddy riding a Xootr. Here we go back to Jacksonville, part 2. This one is my favorite model, the Xootr MG. Magnesium decked version. Comes in red, blue, and black. I was thinking silver. It might be in silver, don't know. I have used other models of Xootrs in the last 9 years. I started off with the wood version. That's the cruise model. They still sell that one. It will give you a softer ride as you go over the bumps of a street and in the urban environment, for sure. However, the durability of the Xootr MG beats it. And it's still lightweight. Overall, the Xootr you're looking at is about 9.9 pounds. And no, this is not my only Xootr. I have 4 of them, purchased over 9 years. That's right. Some are a lot more thrash than this one. Like I mentioned earlier, the deck is not impervious to breakage. However, as long as you don't abuse it, maybe jumping off something like this, you'll probably be just fine. And if it does break, Xootr Incorporated, whatever they're called, will take care of you, no doubt. They've done it for me. The wheels, 7 inches, solid magnesium, covered in a solid pure polyurethane tire. These tires are very durable. I have found though, after several hundred miles, they'll start to chunk out and you'll lose bits and pieces of them. Especially if you go over very rough road or sidewalk surfaces, which if you go around enough, that's pretty much inevitable. These, as you can see, are fairly new and they're wearing nicely. Don't be worried if they wear asymmetrically. In other words, maybe one edge wears down more than the other. I have found that that's not a player pretty much. The bearings on these things are sealed and they're very precision made. Let me get this thing spinning. Sorry for the bounce. They'll roll and roll and roll as long as you don't have grit in them. Yes, they're sealed, but here comes another life lesson, Xootr style from Nutnfancy. They can and will get grit in them if you go through water. Having got caught in several rainstorms and plowed through water, actually right down here in Florida, yeah, I got grit in there, had to take them out. The bearings were pretty much ruined. I had to replace the bearings. Big hassle. Called Xootr, told them about it, said, hey, you know, those bearings are not sealed. They will get grit in them, and they were shocked. Once again, reaffirming the fact that I'm pretty much their test bed. There's a lot of Xootrers in the world, but I don't think anybody gets out and does what I do on a Xootr. After this video, that may change though. So, be careful with your bearings, don't go through water. Which some might ask, well, why do you have a fender then? This is an optional fender kit, if I'm not mistaken. They might include it actually, I don't know. When I bought it, it was optional. The fender is if you go through a small splash of water, it keeps it clean. The main reason I like it though is because of the brake inside. Inside that fender kit is a solid shoe brake on a pivot point, and so when you put your foot on top of that fender and push down, that solid aluminum shoe impinges on that solid polyurethane tire, producing braking motion. On the front, you have a BMX style brake with a high quality metal lever. And know if you slam this front brake on, you're not going to go flipping forward. It's not that effective. It just doesn't produce that much braking force. Like the back tire, the front brake has a solid aluminum shoe, which is replaceable and orderable from Xootr, that rides on top of that polyurethane tire. Between these two braking systems, you can brake this sucker down. Don't be afraid. As you go down the hill, light braking from the front and the back using your shoe on the fender works great. It is adjustable. Here's your oval aluminum housing for the handlebar, which can extend from 25 inches all the way up to 35 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. 38 inches is how high that can go. I tend to have mine a little bit lower. I can hill climb on it a little bit better, but adjust it to your heart's content. It has a bayonet style adjustment lever on it, just like a bicycle seat does. Pretty durable. The handle grips are just standard foam handle grips. Sometimes I'll tape them with athletic cloth tape so they don't shred up too much. Again, this one hasn't seen a ton of miles. My other ones have. You may see that in photos if I think about it. Some guys will look at the Xootr and go, hey man, is that designed backwards? Shouldn't this be placed forward? Nope. Read Xootr's website and they'll tell you how they came up with this design. That's the best design that they came up with. You see the takedown pin right there. And I showed you how to put it together, take it down. Real easy to do, real easy to put together. Overall, the Xootr is extremely well made. Again, don't confuse it with a Razor scooter or some other cheesy offering out there. This is a high-performance kick scooter designed by an engineer to beat a bicycle in urban environments, just like the one I'm in, where maybe taking the Xootr out versus a bicycle, you take a bicycle out, you have to take it inside the building or actually lock it up outside the building. Whereas a Xootr, you can just throw over your shoulder, hike wherever you're going, or just take it inside your workplace. Piece of cake. Very well built and worth the money. Sometimes Xootr actually has free shipping deals too. So all you'll do is no tax, free shipping, and yes, I think they send it anywhere in the world. Hey, parking garages are especially fun on the Xootr. Butter smooth concrete, nice ramps. You skateboarders know exactly what I'm talking about. Xootr's no different, man. It glides like butter on these things, and you can rip it up to 30 miles an hour if you have the legs for it. Love Xootrs, they rock.
I don't see no difference between you and me. I just see somebody that I like to be. I say we're all the same. Everybody dance now. Everybody swing. Everybody dance now. Can't you feel a thing? Hit it. I feel I love you. I think you love me too. I feel the love around us. What do you wanna do? Yeah. I say we're all the same.
Another cool sight found while on a zootering adventure. Friendship Park, Jacksonville, Florida, and the adventure continues. Check out some other pictures of my past zootering adventures all around the world. Other cool sights. They're everywhere. All you gotta do is get out on a cool vehicle like the Xootr, make some adventure happen. up my rule of law everyday carry system where I explain what's contained therein. You'll see it in annotation. My faithful TMPers know exactly what I'm talking about. Always go prepared, and life will always teach you lessons. Everything I talk to you guys about, whether it's backpacking, first aid kit reviews, tactical shooting, all that's based on my own experiences and preferences and opinions after doing it for a number of years. First aid kit, level 1 variety. A lot of what I said in there came from my Xootring experiences around the world. Yeah, I've wiped out a few times, needed it, and also I've rendered aid more than a couple times with a kit I carry in my camel back. By the way, I was going to do a lot longer ride than I planned. 20 miles is what I was shooting for today. I'm probably going to get about 10 miles in on the Xootr. That's because camera work takes time. Setting the tripod up, getting the shots, it's exhausting. But it's worth it to show you a very cool product, and that is the Xootr. Where do you get it? Well, go to Xootr.com. My friend Steve Kovacek, that I know over the years, can help you out if you have more questions about the product. No, I never get money from Xootr. I'm not associated with them in any way. It's just a cool product. I want to promote the Nutnfancy project to improve your system, where you can go, your adventuring, your fitness level. Get out, man. Go live life. It's worth it. And Xootr is a great and easy, high-speed, durable, cheap way to do it. I know. Been there doing it for many years. I'm going to go ahead and loop around this other bridge across the beautiful St. Johns River here in Jacksonville, Florida. They played a great host for me today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. See that bridge there in the distance. Might get some more video, might not. I'll end by showing you some of my Xootring adventures around the world. This is Nutnfancy signing off from Jacksonville, Florida. Another cool product review. Come on back. We got a lot more adventures to go, brethren. Peace out.